Hi everyone, welcome back to Magnifical Core Craft YouTube channel. We are working on another project. As you can see the pattern we have here. This is handle that we made. It is handmade, but for the pattern I'm teaching you now, I'm going to be using a plastic handle. This is the handle that we are going to use for the nail bag. And here is the pattern we'll be working on. Now I want to start with the crown. You can see the crown that is used here. I'm going to start with the crown. So let's begin. Welcome back. To start this project, the new one we're working on, we are going to make our crown. And for this crown, we are going to need 4 ropes. I cut 300 cm. You can see, you divide it into 2, as I have done here. You divide it into equal like this. Then you make your square knot. You make your square knot this way. You place this on this, and this one this way. Pull it out here. You do the same thing here. Pull it out, then you secure. That's our square knot. Then we're going to make another one. You pick another 300 cm rope. Then you will join it here. You pull to secure. Then to the right hand side, we are going to do the same thing. Right hand, we are going to do the same thing. Make your square knot. You pull to secure. You do the same here. Then in the middle, you have 4 ropes, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Like this, you join together with another square knot. So here we have the crown that we'll be using for our bag. Now we're going to join it with others. Here are some that we've made. We are not going to join it together. So you pick the first 2 on your left and the 2 on the right. You join them together like this with another square knot. You pick the next 4 ropes, but make sure they are the same color. You pick, you join with another square knot. You do the same thing here. You join it. This is how we are going to continue until we have the number of crown that we'll be using. Now you can see we have joined. Here we have 42 crowns. That is 2, 2. You can see that I joined 2. If you look at it, I have 1 square knot here. I joined 1 by the side, another one here. I have used 4 ropes, so I have 2 crown knots there. 1 like this gives 2 crown knots. So in all, I have here 48 crowns in all. So I'm going to join it. I will merge everything together so that we can start our. Haven't joined all the rows together. You are now going to pick the first 2 here and the first 2 here. You join. See what I'm doing? Join it together. You always pull to secure so that it will be firm. So you come to this side, you do the same thing. You join. Join it here. Then the last two. Pick this. You join. We come over to this side. You pick the next 4 rows like this. You join together. We are done with joining the crowns. We have used our alternating square knot to join it round. You can see what we are having now. So we are ready to go on with our bag. Like I showed us in the sample we are working on, we have just completed the first stage, which is the crown. You can see the crown here. We have made the crown. So the next thing we are going to do now is to fix the handle to the bag. Now we fixed the handle to the bag. If you're wondering how we arrived at this, we have a comprehensive video that we made majorly on how to fix handle to any macrame bag. So you can check in our description, you will see it there. Now that we have done this, the next thing is to go into the pattern proper. As I showed you in the previous video, I told you that the handle here was handmade. Now we have done the crown. We have attached our handle. The next thing is to introduce our pattern now. So we are going to introduce this pattern. So follow me, I shall show you what to do. So I'm going to clip the bag to a board this way. Then I'm going to use 4 crowns in all. 1 square knot will give you 4 rows. So I have 4 here. I have another 4 here of the same color. Then I'm going to have 4 here of another color. So for this one, we are starting from this side. This is going to be my lead cord. Then I'm going to roll this over this way. That's the first one. You pick the next rope. You roll it over. The next. I told us we are using 2 crowns, which means we'll be having 8 ropes in all. Now we're picking the last one. You do it this way. That's the first line. Then you pick this again. The next is going to be the lead cord. You roll it over. The next one. So we are done with the second line. So we have finished with the second line. We are going to the third one. The first rope here is going to be your lead cord again. You roll it over. Pick the next one. You roll it over. So we are done with the first stage. You can see we have a 3, 1, 2, 3. So the same thing we are going to do with the yellow color. But you can see that I started picking from the left hand. Now I'm starting from the right. So from here, the first one will be your lead cord. You roll this over. twice. So we are done with the first line. From the right hand side, the next cord is your lead cord again. You pick the next one, you roll over. We are done with the second line. We move over again. The next one is your lead cord. You roll it over again. So this is the last one. You can see we are done with it. Then you're going to make a square knot to join it here. So you can see what we've done here. You can see that's what we are going to do round. As you continue, you can see what we have here. As you continue with your pattern, this is what you are going to have. So this is the first layer of the work. We'll be moving to the second layer. Now the second layer of the project is we are going to make a ball knot. Just like what you see here is what we are introducing now. So I'm going to make the ball knot. You continue with the square knot. You make your square knot. When I started, we have one already. This is the second one. We've just completed the third one, and this is the last. We are going to make 4 square knots there. So when you are done, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to pick the 2 ropes in the middle. The 2 in the middle like this. You're going to pass it through the opening here. You pass it through the opening, you draw it out. Then you have the right and the left rope here. The one in the middle, you pull tight, then you secure again with another square knot. So you can see what we have now. That is how we are going to have it. Now we are going to the next stage. For our next stage, you are going to pick the first 2 on your right hand and the 2 on the left. You make a square knot. Then you are left with 2 here. You pick the next 2. You make another square knot. Pull it to secure. Continue like that. You have 2 here. You pick the next 2. You make your square knot again. Then for the last one, you have this last 2 here with the 2 here. You join again with another square knot. So now you are going to have 4 square knots, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you continue from this side. You have 2 here, you pick the next 2 here, you join again, you make your square knots. That's how you're going to continue. You finish the line, you move on to the next line. You pick the 2 here, join with the very next 2. You come to the next one, you pick. Then this is the last one to complete the line. You have 2 here, you pick the next 2, you make your square knot again. So we've completed the second row. We have the first, the second, then we're going to the third one. You have 2 here, you with the 2 here, you make your square knot again. So we are getting to the end. So you close it up with this. So you can see what we've done now. We have completed it. You have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you are going to have it. So the next thing now we're going to do is to introduce again what we have here. So we come to this side. You're going to pick your blue. As I said before, this will be our lead cord. You roll this over twice. So we are moving to the next one. We are going to have 3 layers. This is the second. You roll it over. Each of the cord you roll over twice. Come to the next one. You roll it over. You come to this one. We are done with the second part. We are moving to the next one. This will be your lead cord again. You roll it over. You pick the next one. Then the last one now, you close it up. So you can see we have it this way. So you pick this and this with the next row and this. You secure that one with your square knot. See what we're having now. So the same thing you're going to do here. If you come to this side, you're going to make this your lead cord. You roll it over. roll it over, pick the next one, roll it over. So we are rounding up this one now. You close it up. So when you are done, like we did in the previous one, you pick 2 ropes here, 2 here, you make another square knot. This is how we're going to continue the pattern. You can see it's a very, very beautiful one. So what you have here, exactly what we've done here, is the same thing you're going to repeat here. Over here, you're going to make the same thing you have here. You make your alternating square knots here. You join it like this. So as you can see, as we continue, this is what it will give us. So we have the button knot up here. We didn't introduce it. You can continue to introduce it as you go. But for this pattern, we decided to just make it a pattern here. But as you continue with the work, that's how it will be. You'll be introducing your pattern here, your alternating square knot. That's how you'll be alternating and be working until you get to the desired length of the bag. We hope you enjoy this tutorial. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more of our videos on macrame crafts. Thank you so much for your time. See you in our next video.